interested in?
Sir is very quiet and is very, very smart and does all of the number stuff.
Being pregnant and fixing your mouth to talk crazy about kids with disability is bold. I talked about this before. Back in my day, like, some stuff was just off limits that you never even spoke about. And you definitely didn't speak bad about people who had disabilities. That was completely off limit.
We need to talk about Beyonce and Nicki Minaj again. Specifically about their sons, Sir Carter and Papa Bear. Both women have gone above and beyond to shield their boys from the public eye. But with all the recent chatter online, fans are starting to wonder, is it just about privacy? Or is there something deeper they're keeping under wraps? Lately, a few so-called insiders have been dropping claims about the boys' well-being, and the rumors are starting to sound a little too convincing for comfort, at least until Beyonce or Nicki come forward and clear the air themselves. Even though the two powerhouse moms might not be on the best terms right now, word is they share one big thing in common. When it comes to their sons, they're both fiercely private. And that's got fans speculating that maybe, just maybe, there's more to the story than we're being told. We all know how protective Beyonce is when it comes to her kids. She's made it her mission to give them as normal a childhood as possible, far from flashing cameras and gossip blogs. And Nicki? She's taken a similar approach. Papa Bear sightings are rare these days, and she hardly ever mentions him in interviews. What really has fans talking, though, is how selective both of them are about which of their kids are in the spotlight. Blue Ivy's been a star practically since birth, walking red carpets, attending award shows, and now performing alongside her mom. Even Rumi has started to gain a fan base of her own after her adorable appearances during the Cowboy Carter tour. But Sir Carter and Papa Bear, they've stayed completely in the background, and that contrast hasn't gone unnoticed.
Beyonce with her daughters because she's so protective of them.
But Sir Carter has pretty much stayed a mystery, barely seen in public and completely missing from the tour. Nicki Minaj, on the other hand, used to give fans little glimpses of Papa Bear every now and then, posting adorable photos, sharing cute voice clips, or gushing about him in interviews.
Never imagine that a baby could be strong. Like, he could, if he wants to push me, my body will move. Like, you know?
Right.
Like, you know, and sometimes he has. And I'm like, what the? Yeah, and he's just sitting, he runs everything. Like, he's been watching that movie, the Baby Boss movie. Boss Baby. So he acts like that, like he channels that.
Fast forward to today, and Nicki seems way more protective of her son, barely mentioning him and almost never posting about him anymore. But here's where things start to get wild. There have been several claims floating around that both Sir Carter and Papa Bear might be autistic, shy, or dealing with some kind of medical condition that makes it tough for them to be out in public. While Rumi was out there soaking up the spotlight and living for crowd during the Cowboy Carter tour, some self-proclaimed online doctors pointed out that Rumi showed signs of being on the spectrum, like constantly moving her arms or being extra animated on stage. Now, Beyonce has already opened up about how rough her pregnancy with the twins was. In her Vogue interview, she revealed that she had a C-section and suffered from toxemia, also known as preeclampsia. She said she was swollen, on bed rest, and in recovery for weeks. And if you know anything about preeclampsia, it can affect the babies, too. Sometimes they're born early or need extra medical care. Beyonce also shared that during her pregnancy, the heartbeat of one of the twins stopped temporarily. That led to heavy speculation that it was Sir Carter who suffered more from the complications, which could explain why Beyonce is so protective of him and hesitant to show him to the world. I mean, even Azealia saying, "Stop hiding your son from the world. Sis, people will find out sooner or later, and you're really going to look like a piece of ish for being ashamed of your own child." Even Kanye West crossed the line with a shockingly distasteful tweet about the twins' condition. And now, yet another celebrity is calling out Nicki Minaj. So at this point, it's not just internet gossip. It's coming from people who are either close to her or part of the same inner circle. Initially, Nicki explained that after becoming a mom, she became much more protective about what she shares publicly, which is why photos of Papa Bear are so rare. But after that heated online feud with Cardi B and everything that was said, fans started speculating about the real reasons Papa Bear away. In one of her tweets, Cardi said, "Papa Bear, I'm sorry you can't talk and you gotta sit in special ed because your mom couldn't put the drugs down. True. Then she followed it up with another tweet saying, Papa Bear, I'm sorry you can't speak and banging spoons because your mom couldn't put the drugs down. As awful as it is to drag kids into feuds between grown adults, Cardi's comments only added fuel to a rumor that had already been circulating, that Nicki's son might have developmental challenges. In some of the more recent photos, fans pointed out that Papa Bear still appeared to be using a bottle at 4 years old, with no signs of talking yet. Nicki herself has never directly addressed or denied the speculation, which only made people talk more. Her mom, however, stepped in to shut it down, saying Papa Bear is simply a shy little boy who doesn't like the spotlight, and that he's perfectly fine, just living his peaceful life. It's similar to what Tina Knowles once said about Beyonce's son, Sir Carter. Not every kid is built for fame, and that's okay. Still, some fans aren't convinced. They wonder why Nicki, who's usually outspoken and unfiltered, hasn't cleared the air if there's truly nothing to hide, especially since she's been quick to throw shade in the past, even taking shots at Cardi B's daughter, Culture, before later apologizing. Meanwhile, Beyonce and Jay-Z seem comfortable letting their daughters, Blue Ivy and Rumi, appear in the public eye, especially during the Cowboy Carter tour, which makes the contrast with Papa Bear's absence even more noticeable. At the end of the day, though, whatever's really going on, people online agree on one thing. It's time to leave the kids out of the drama. Did y'all wake up one day and just convince yourselves that Papa Bear, a child whose government name y'all don't even know, apparently can't talk, and now y'all are diagnosing him with issues he doesn't have? I'm so confused. This is horrible. Kids should be off limits at all costs. If these children have something going on with them, it's nobody's business. Their parents have plenty of money, and I'm sure they'll have whatever resources they need. Nobody knows if Papa Bear is autistic or not. But what I will say is, if he is, y'all are going to stop treating autistic kids like they're slow, because they're not. But what do you guys think? Should kids always be off limits, no matter what? And should the internet really stop jumping conclusions about things nobody actually knows for sure? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, baddies.